World Without Sunlight, Part 1, Shadows of Madness. Officer Riley Hayes leaned against her cruiser outside the Oak Ridge Police Department, blonde hair catching the morning sun, emerald eyes scanning Illinois Avenue. At 28, short but muscular, she was a local legend, tackling weird cases around the Y-12 National Security Complex, with a grit that defined Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Nestled in the Appalachian foothills, the town pulsed with pride, its Manhattan Project legacy etched into Y-12's uranium fences, Ornell's graphite reactor, and monuments dotting Milton Park. But lately, a creeping unease settled over the Clinch River's misty banks, the air thick with a wrongness that gnawed at Riley's instincts. Her radio crackled, Unit 12, road rage on Scarborough Road. Driver rammed another near the bridge. Riley tossed her coffee cup, muttering, "Fourth this week." Her Tennessee twang carried exhaustion. The past month had been chaos. Speeding tickets up 40%, shoplifting spiking at Walmart, drug overdoses flooding Oak Ridge Hospital. Yesterday, a Golden Oak Chinese buffet cook screamed about eyes in the fog, swinging a cleaver before medics restrained him, his rants wild with terror, voice cracking like a man possessed. The PD was stretched thin, and Riley's gut whispered of something bigger, not just human failings, but a shadow lurking beyond reason. She drove to Milton Park, where joggers and rollerbladers usually filled the paths. Today, a crowd gawked as a jogger thrashed, eyes wide with mania, yelling, "They're watching me," before charging a bystander, fists swinging in blind fury. Firefighters from Station 3, led by Captain Gary Big G. Thompson, a burly wild maintenance veteran, wrestled him down, securing his wrists with zip ties. "Riley, he's out of his mind," Big G called, his deep voice steady despite the chaos. "Third one this week, hospital's overrun with these crazies." Riley knelt, checking the jogger's pulse, her emerald eyes narrowing. He's raving, then limp, like something's draining him. She glimpsed a flicker in the park's fog, a serpentine shadow, gone in a blink, leaving a cold chill that raised the hairs on her neck. "Big G, you see anything weird out there?" Big G wiped sweat, shaking his head. "Fog's thick, Riley. But yeah, something's off. Gives me the chills." His Y-12 days taught him to trust instinct. Tales of X-10's reactor being haunted were old news, but this felt different, vast, and unknowable. "My cousin, Little G, saw something near the Y-12 fences. Swears it moved on its own." Little G, a lanky Y-12 mechanic with a quick grin, nodded from the fire truck. "Riley, it was like a shadow, cold as hell, whispered my name. Freaked me out bad." The Garris shared a glance, their bond forged over years of fixing uranium processors and swapping stories about Oak Ridge's ghostly past, X-10's reactor, Milton Park's eerie trails. Big G clapped Little G's shoulder. "We'll handle it, kid." "This town's got heart," Riley nodded, her jaw tight. "Keep your eyes open, Garris. This ain't just road rage or drugs. Something's wrong with Oak Ridge." At the station, Jack Tanner, 35, an Ornell electrician with scarred hands from cable work, waited to report a hit and run near Calhoun's, where his truck was sideswiped in a road rage clash. "Riley, this town's falling apart," he said, his drawl heavy with worry. "Sarah's at the hospital. Says patients are going wild, screaming, fighting, then collapsing like they're empty. Vitals crashing, no explanation." Riley leaned against her desk, arms crossed, her cop instincts humming. "Seen it at Walmart. Shoplifter went berserk, ranted about shadows, swung at security, then went limp. We cuffed him, dragged him to a cell. You hear anything at Ornell, Jack?" Jack rubbed his jaw, doubt flickering in his brown eyes. "Just old X-10 ghost stories. Reactor's supposed to be haunted, weird vibes. But this ain't science. Feels bigger than us, like it's pressing on the whole town." His marriage to Sarah, a nurse, was fraying. His long shifts left her raising Emma, 12, and Liam, 8, alone. Their fights over time cutting deep. "Sarah's mad I'm not home more. Says I'm letting the kids down." Riley's voice softened, Oak Ridge's spirit shining through. "You're not, Jack. We're tough PD, fire Y-12 folks. We'll crack this. Talk to Big G at Milton Park. He's seeing the same madness. Says Little G's spooked too." Jack nodded, his mind on home. "Big G's solid. Worked with him on Y-12 wiring. If he's worried, it's serious." Riley's radio buzzed. "Unit 12, disturbance at the hospital. Patient attacking staff." She sighed, grabbing her keys. "Sarah's there, Jack. Let's check it out." At Oak Ridge Hospital, Sarah Tanner stood in the ER, her brown hair tied back, face pale as she monitored a patient, a middle-aged man strapped to a gurney, eyes wild, muttering, "They're in my head, pulling me apart," before thrashing against restraints. Sarah adjusts IV, her nurse's calm fraying. "Jack, he was normal an hour ago. Now he's raving, pulse erratic, like his soul's slipping away." Doctors can't explain it. Dr. Ellen Carter, a veteran R physician, joined them, her glasses fogged with stress. Sarah, his vitals are crashing, blood pressure's all over, brain activity's fading. It's like he's being drained from the inside. We've got 6 like this today, all raving before they go catatonic. Jack hugged Liam, who clutched his flashlight, trembling. Dad, I saw a shadow by the river. It moved funny, like it was alive. His voice cracked, eyes wide with fear. Emma, flipping a tattered Oak Ridge Public Library book on ancient myths, piped up. Dad, it's like something old, not from here, shadows that mess with your head. The library had stories about things driving people mad. Her blue eyes burned with curiosity, hands shaking as she gripped the pages. Sarah's voice sharpened, exhaustion spilling over. Jack, you're at Ornell. Any experiments causing this? Patients are going wild, then fading. The accusation stung, their marriage's cracks splitting wider. Jack's jaw tightened, hurt flaring. No, Sarah, it's not Ornell. It's something else, bigger than us. I don't know what. Their eyes locked, love and resentment tangled in a fragile thread. Sarah's shoulders slumped, regret flashing. I'm scared, Jack. Liam's seeing things, and the hospital's a war zone. Patients fighting, then empty. I can't lose our kids. Jack grabbed her hand, his voice raw. I love you, Sarah. We'll fight this together. Emma, keep digging in those books. Liam, stay close. Emma nodded, her curiosity a spark in the gloom. Dad, the library had tales of shadows that steal your will, not human. We need to figure this out. Liam whimpered, clutching Jack's leg. Dad, the shadow said I'm alone. Looked like Emma, but wrong. Jack's doubt deepened, but he forced a steady tone. It's not real, buddy. Just a clinch fog playing tricks. Riley, standing nearby, scanned the ER chaos, her Glock holstered but ready. Sarah, seen this at the PD, folks go wild then crash. Saw a flicker at the Manhattan Project monument. Looked like my partner, but off. Something's driving this madness. Sarah's eyes widened, her nurse's mind racing. Like these patients, raving then drained? Dr. Carter says it's like their essence is gone. Riley nodded, her voice grim. Same pattern, outbursts, then nothing. Cuffed a guy at Walmart, screaming about eyes in the fog, then went limp in the cell. Jack sighed, his scarred hands flexing. Riley, help me rig lights at the house. Might keep whatever's out there away. Riley rolled up her sleeves, her muscular arms flexing. Let's do it, Jack. Oak Ridge doesn't quit. PD Fire Y12, we're in this. At the Tanner House near the Secret City commemorative walk, Jack rigged UV lights from his Ornell toolkit, his movements tense. Lights might help, he told Riley, doubt gnawing. Liam saw a flicker by the clinch, like you said. Riley helped wire the spotlights, her cop instincts sharp. PD's getting reports of shadows all over, folks going wild, then empty. Saw one myself near Calhoun's, gone quick. Sarah hugged Liam tighter, her voice shaky. Jack, he says shadows talk, call him alone. What's doing this to our town? Emma pointed to her library book, her voice steady despite fear. Mom, it's not just fog, something old, something bad. The books say shadows can break your mind. Big G arrived with little G, their fire truck idling outside. Riley got a call from Golden Oak. Cook went berserk, ranted about shadows, subdued by patrons. Big G said, his pride in Oak Ridge unwavering. This town's fighting, but it's rough. Little G, his quick wit dimmed by worry, added, saw a flicker at X10's reactor, haunted vibes, but worse. Felt like it knew me, whispered my name. The Garrus Y12's heart stood firm, their camaraderie a beacon. Riley frowned, her emerald eyes sharp. Same at the PD, cuffing lunatics left and right. Something's driving this, not drugs or Y12, something bigger. Jack clapped Big G's shoulder, grateful for the town's grit. You guys are Oak Ridge's backbone, Gary. Worked with you on Y12 wiring, you never quit. Big G grinned, his deep voice warm. Same, Jack. We don't break. PD, fire, Y12, we're family. Sarah, holding Liam, spoke up, her nurse's pragmatism cutting through. Big G, the hospital's worse, patients raving, vitals crashing. One said shadows were eating him before he went catatonic. Little G nodded, gripping his radio. Saw that flicker at X10, prayed, and it slowed. Faith's doing something, maybe. Riley's radio buzzed. Unit 12, disturbance at the public library. Patron attacking staff. She cursed, her strength steady. Another one. Jack, let's check it. At the library, a patron ranted about shadows in the books, thrashing against staff before they restrained him. His eyes wild, then vacant. Riley cuffed him, her movements precise. Same as the others, mad, then drained. Something's hitting this town hard. Back at the hospital, Sarah showed Riley a patient's chart, her voice trembling. Riley, his pulse is erratic, brain activity fading, like his soul's being pulled out. We've got 10 like this, all raving before they crash. Dr. Carter joined, her face drawn. Sarah's right. Patients come in wild, screaming about shadows, then go catatonic. No medical cause, blood works clean, but they're empty. Riley's jaw tightened, her cop's mind racing. Same at the PD, folks go berserk, then fade. Saw a flicker at Milton Park, like a snake in the fog. Jack arrived, carrying Liam, who sobbed, Dad, it's in my head, says I'm nothing. Sarah's eyes filled with tears. Jack, I can't lose him. The hospital's falling apart, patients fighting, then gone. Jack hugged her, his voice breaking. We'll protect him, Sarah. I love you. Let's get home. At the Tanner house, Jack and Riley rigged more UV lights, the fog thickening outside. A whisper slithered through. Jack, fail them. The spot flickered, a shadow creeping closer, shifting into Sarah's face, eyes hollow, before vanishing. Jack's UV beam sliced it back, his heart pounding. Sarah hugged Liam, her voice cracking. Jack, Liam's hearing voices, says shadows call him alone. Emma's voice cut through, her curiosity fierce. Dad, the library books say ancient shadows steal your will. We need to fight them. Riley grabbed Jack's shoulder, her PD grit unwavering. Tanner, you're not failing. These things feed on fear. Hold tight. Oak Ridge's got this. A peek, Jack, Riley, Big G, and Little G wired more spotlights, beams carving safety. But a shadow slipped through, draining their neighbor, Mr. Jenkins, who ranted wildly, swinging a rake before Little G subdued him with a firefighter's hold, his eyes half closed, voice fading to a monotone. Big G barked. He went mad fast, screaming about shadows, then limped. Sarah's voice trembled. Jack, Liam's next. He's hearing them. Jack hugged Liam, his resolve hardening. We'll protect you, buddy. Emma, keep researching. At Walmart, a cashier ranted, They're watching, before security restrained her, her screams fading. At Calhoun's, a patron went wild, subdued by firefighters. The Golden Oak saw a cook thrash, cuffed by patrons, his voice hollowing out. A knock, Rabbi Miriam Cohen, 50, synagogue leader, gray hair, scarf, eyes piercing. Jack, this is ancient, Psalm 27, verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Amina Khan, 40 teacher joined, her quiet strength grounding. The Quran says Allah is the light, Surah 2400 hours 35. We stand together. The coalition, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, formed, their chants slowing a flicker in the fog, a spark of hope. A final knock, Leo, Tara, and Samir, X-12 paranormal hunters. Leo, wiry and agnostic, clutched an EMF detector. Riley, X-10's haunted. But this ain't ghosts, EMF spiking, something bigger. Tara, an atheist ex-physicist, scanned thermals. Fog's masking him, saw a flicker at Milton Park. A Muslim ex-cop, gripped Quran. Faith slowed a shadow at X-10. Cliffhanger. At the friendship bell, whispers grew, shadows swarming in the thickening fog. The sun dimmed, casting an eerie twilight. Riley shouted, Jack, something's coming, as the bell tolled once. A lonely echo, Oak Ridge teetering on the edge of darkness.